After this.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Jump out.
Smoke armor.
Nice.
Down him.
Nice. Hey, I found him. Hey, I found the other one. Oh my god, he's wow. Wow.
You should have seen the kill cam. That man lunged.
You saw that other guy in the back on the tree on the hill.
Oh, what's up, dude?
There's like one on every building over there, Jordan. Like literally.
It's true. Factual statement. Now, this is the 19th time Curry's gone down.
Oh,
Will Curry go down again, or will he finally get Jordan?
How does he still have armor?
I know next time.
I really don't know.
Yeah, same.
Which I might like.
Curry down for a 20th time. This thing to remember. Will Lazy hit this
Oh, you can down that guy too, huh? How about him? Oh, him too?
Where were
Okay.
these shots when Lazy was getting
Yeah,
hands
what was I
to his
getting?
face?
Oh, go ahead and knock this guy too while you're at it. Jordan, you have almost 5k damage.
Hey, Curry's
Where
down
are
for a
these
21st
shots,
time.
Jordan?
There's
No.
two up there. One's coming hot. One's coming in hot, and then one's floating. I literally, he's too high up. I can't. Okay, there you go. Thank you. There's another faller
Another
there
one,
too.
yeah.
He's coming in hot right here, right here.
Contact.
I can't see him.
He's dead.
Nice snipe. Nice snipe. Nice wipe. Oh! You didn't.
We might just want to abandon this king.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go.
Oh my god!
Nice shot.
I literally just
Yeah,
shot
let's go,
randomly
let's
and
go
downed him.
super. This is gonna run out at the perfectly wrong time.
Oh my god, dude. Long range in Warzone, well, those clips will probably tell you, I love it. The Kar 98K has been one of my favorite weapons as of recently, but while I have long range covered, there's one weapon in particular that is absolutely a monster in close quarters engagements, and it's a bit of a sleeper. People will quickly mention the MAC-10, the FFAR, the Fennec, and those are all great weapons, but when it comes to a head-to-head battle in terms of TTK, they don't touch this weapon. Today, we're gonna be talking about the AS VAL, the fastest killing weapon, and why you should be using it, what you should be using on it within Warzone. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you guys used the AS VAL at all? And if you decide to do so, let me know how you do with it. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure that subscribe button. We're on the road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. But said, let's talk about the AS VAL. So the AS VAL, introduced in Season 6 of Modern Warfare and since available with what should be an in-game weapon challenge to unlock it, otherwise since the Battle Pass is no longer available, was an interesting weapon. It grew to a bit of prominence immediately because there was a bug with some of the rounds in which you could literally shoot through any surface like there just wasn't anything there, and the bullet velocity wouldn't be lost with each surface that it ended up penetrating, meaning that if you saw somebody, say, camping on top of a building, you could throw a snapshot grenade up a staircase, see their outline, and then wall them through multiple layers of a building. So it wasn't quite the most fun weapon to go up against at that point, but unlike the DMR in recent metas, which was another case of insta-melting, this was severely limited by the rounds that you had, which wasn't a lot. And if you've been on the channel a while, or probably just even as of recently, you probably know my rule of ammo. If you want to take out multiple players in a single go, 50 rounds minimum, or as close to it as possible, 60 if available. The difference between 50 and 60 round mags and their ADS penalty is just a few frames, which creates a rather unnoticeable difference between the two, meaning that go for more ammo when you can. Overall, that was about the biggest hindrance that the AS VAL had, since the max amount of ammo you can end up getting for the weapon is 30 rounds at a time. And so therefore, kind of pushed this thing maybe to the back end of the discussion in terms of rifles that were viable within Warzone. But in reality, we should definitely all be talking about it. So let's talk about some of the base properties here for this. The AS VAL is at that center of the discussion primarily because of one statistic in particular, the time to kill, or TTK. We've talked about it recently, and even as of 2 days ago with our best classes covered, about some of the best killing weapons at the time. According to the data and testing of JGod, who's just the COD professor at this point, 10 to 1 are the MAC-10, the Modern Warfare MP5, the FAL, the AK-47 from Cold War, the Fennec, the Cold War MP5, the Groza, the CR-56 AMAX, the FFAR, and then finally at number 1, you guessed it, the AS VAL, coming in at a TTK in close quarters of just over 400 milliseconds, 407 if you want to be exact, or in a more relative number, just under half a second, 4/10 of a second. So you can take an enemy all the way down from 250 HP with full armor all the way down to 0 in that short amount of time. With a rate of fire of 923, the fastest of all rifles of the subset of Modern Warfare's arsenal, it's one of the fastest firing weapons in Warzone, beaten out only by the FFAR in the rifle category, and only by a handful of SMGs in a slim margin across Modern Warfare and Cold War weaponry. Where it differs though, as opposed to say the most recent discussion of the FFAR, is the damage profile, with the AS VAL offering up just a few more damage points per shot, but thus making the TTK just that much faster, edging out the FFAR by about 60 milliseconds. So in the same vein as how we discussed the FFAR and its versatility in terms of practical uses, making sure you get the fullest extent of the time to kill and what you can have as a benefit of the weapon, how do you want to use this? As an SMG, same as the FFAR. For this weapon, you're going to want to play this incredibly different than you would with other rifles of, say, the CR56, the Grau, the Kilo, maybe even your DMRs and those marksman and tac rifles. You want to kit this out for close quarters, and given that you only have 30 rounds max, you want to make sure that you can use every shot to your advantage, whereas at a distance, you'd likely lose out on some of that accuracy and damage potential, so you won't secure as many kills as you could in close quarters. And to me, that's the best way to play with the AS VAL. Kit it out for close quarters, then take something for longer range or even medium to long range at that point, and you have a nice happy medium of an all-around versatile loadout to use and stuff that can absolutely shred enemies. As you probably saw by the intro clips, my preferred favorite pairing is a sniper of some kind, the car being my favorite of those tac and sniper rifles given the headshot, one-shot down potential, plus the ability to quickly maneuver with the weapon, as well as its fast ADS time. You can just pop in and out of engagements at will. Pair something like the car with a weapon that will absolutely shred through enemies close quarters like the AS VAL, and you have an incredibly tough to beat loadout. But now you know why you should be using this weapon, so let's take a look at what you should be running on it. There's a few specific attributes that you want to hit on when you're playing with this, and we'll get to all of them as we go along. But firstly, I would highly recommend the 200mm OSA barrel. This offers up damage range and bullet velocity at the slight penalty of some ADS speed. Normally for a weapon at close quarters, I would suggest getting as much ADS bonus as possible, but for this it's quite okay to not max it out because it's relatively quick as is even without any specific ADS attachments. And adding that damage range and bullet velocity is great for securing some kills that can help you out if somebody's just past that sweet spot of the close quarters engagement, maybe considering it slightly medium range and a bit at a distance. Then we're going to be using the Stray Lock stock on this as well, which offers up the recoil control and aiming stability, as well as aiming walking steadiness at the slight penalty of aim walking movement speed and also some ADS speed, which again isn't something too terrible to be worried about losing out on because you do gain some control, which is where this thing falters a bit when it comes to the recoil profile. You don't have many shots to be able to utilize, so you want to make sure that you're able to shoot straight as an arrow. After that, another recoil control attachment that we end up running is the rubberized grip tape for that added recoil control, and as a trade-off and a slight penalty in stability, which you make up for in the previous Stray Lock stock and also with the upcoming foregrip attachment we run on it. Next, the 30-round mag, simply because, well, ammo's a necessity. Coming back to that previous statement, I don't think you need much justifying around that one. And then finally, the Ranger foregrip, which is a bit of a change-up. I normally run the Merc or Commando foregrips, but when you're looking at the stability of the weapon, that recoil control and aiming stability that the Ranger foregrip offers is just the better option of the three. So definitely something that I would recommend that as well to round out the AS VAL build. Now, as for the car build, again, coming back to the overall loadout here for this, we talked about this in the best class setups the other day, so we'll just breeze past this, but you end up running the monolithic suppressor, the SynGuard Arms 27.6-inch barrel, the TAC laser, the sniper scope, and the FTAC Sport stock. This giving you that ability to, again, have the car be a one-shot down potential at a distance if you hit those headshots, but also the ability to make that as versatile and as fast a moving weapon as you can when kitting it out. So definitely something to consider there with that one. And then to put it all in the full package of this with EOD for explosive resistance, overkill to allow for both weapons, and amped to swap between those weapons faster, alongside Semtexes and stun grenades for lethals and tacticals, you got yourself a build that you can absolutely rush with, or you can challenge at a distance, and you're going to be hard pressed to be able to beat it if you're an accurate shot. So that is absolutely the loadout that I've been running and highly would recommend here, and is quite the bit of a sleeper when you look at other weapons. Are there other weapons that may be more so well-rounded for medium and long range as well as some close range encounters? Sure, but when you want to take a look at it in sheer ability to absolutely shred through any enemy up close and personal, this is 100% the weapon I'd be recommending alongside your SMGs like your Cold War MP5 and things like that. Plus also the FFAR is still very viable close quarters as well, as we mentioned. But that just about does it. But before we wrap up, I want to take some time and let you know about my friends over at Artesian Builds, a PC company that I've been working with recently and are some of the greatest guys I've met in the industry. If you're looking to get any of the large amounts of new hardware like the new AMD CPUs, the new 3070, 3080, or even 3090 GPUs, and much more like custom etched glass casing, and even the ability to watch them build your PC live on their stream, they've got you covered with the best quality and service. What you're seeing now is a little bit of what they dubbed the espresso machine, the custom powerhouse running the show here for all the daily uploads and streams that we'll be working with for quite some time to come. I know that PC components can get expensive, but if you're at all interested, the code ESPRESSO and the link below can get you $100 off immediately on your next build. So if you're interested, links in the description below. That said, that just about does it for the video here today. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you guys tried out the AS VAL just yet? Are you going to after this? And if you do, let me know how you do with it. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. We'll keep you up to date with all of it. So if you guys are interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. But if you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But that said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.